born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and when I was 6 months old we moved to Pennsylvania because my parents split up. And from there on it was my mom raising 2 kids. I didn't meet my dad until I was 14, and that was a train wreck. Through that low point that I realized music was something that really brought a lot of joy, and I had a gift. I went to Greenville College to answer the call I felt on my life to be a rock star, and that's exactly what I strived towards. I was in a band and things were going really well, and we were gaining this momentum, and I tell you what, pride comes before the fall, and that's exactly what happened. I fell pretty hard. That band asked me to leave as the lead singer. From there on, it was the Lord and I rebuilding a foundation in my life. I went to Guatemala, I went to Africa, and 2 years later, after some really life-changing experiences, I found myself in my dorm room on April 24th, 2005, and my spirit just was not at peace. And I felt like the Lord brought me to a place where He was like, will you surrender music to me? And I kind of wrestled with that for a while. Honestly, I had woken up that morning assuming I would still never do music again. And a couple hours later, after surrendering that to the Lord, just saying, it's yours, fine, I found myself on a stage, absolutely unprepared. I had 5 minutes to run through a song, and I won first place in a Battle of the Bands competition that I had not planned on being part of. 2 weeks later, I got to play main stage at Agape Music Festival. The Lord really opened a door there, and this snowball effect happened. And I met Toby. When I first pursued music, it was my hands were on it. It was everything I could do by my strength to answer, follow this dream. Second time around, it was my hands were off. I had surrendered it, and it gave the Lord freedom to blow my mind, really, go over and beyond what I had ever dreamed. He is definitely authoring this story. I got it straight for the first. There's quite a diverse pool of influences that this record has derived from. I grew up listening to Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston and the Jackson 5. Then I moved into DC Talk and MXPX, and I fell in love with rock and roll, electric guitars. So it's been really important for me to find a team of people that get that diversity, from the pop to the rock to the punk to the almost emo. Part of what the last years looked like is finding the right people to partner with me in this vision, and writing or co-writing every song on the record, and incorporating these different influences to make one consistent album. I think it'll have a little bit of everything for everyone. Yes, it's true. I turned Toby down. He was my childhood idol, and I met him when I was a junior in college at Agape Music Festival. And before I knew it, we were talking about goatee, but he left me with some parting words of wisdom. He said, don't be in a hurry and don't take the first deal offered to you. Check, right? My childhood idol's advice. A month later, Toby contacted me personally and offered me a development deal with Goatee. Dream come true, but I ended up taking his own advice and turned him down the first time. But here we are 2 years later, working on my first project on Goatee. This record has been a journey for me. So it's my hope that as it goes out, I can almost invite people into that journey, whether they can relate reconciliation with a father or family member, or a heartache, joy, celebration, waiting on the Lord, loving in practical ways. These universal topics, our stories are very different as people, but sometimes the wounds that we experience are very similar. So it's my hope that this music goes places and touches lives, and that it's a message of hope that people can relate to. Daily, I have to remember that He is in charge, and that I'm kind of just along for the ride. Baby,